Today, we'll be answering the question, you're building a cloud. Do you need to buy new hardware? So what are the imperatives that drive the need for this cloud, let alone going on or off premise? Ultimately, it is all about business outcomes. What is an ideal on-premise enterprise cloud consist of? So what are the key sort of driving factors for that? Well, you want a smaller version of a hyperscaler cloud. That's ultimately what you want. And you want it optimized for your specific needs. So optimized being the key word, effectively fine-tuned in terms of hardware and software configuration, and that is specifically for your workload. Also, another key point is ultimately you want that to be agnostic to the underlying hardware layers. So it's vendor agnostic. It's not tied to a particular hardware vendor, and that just gives you that degree of flexibility. And bringing it back to that cost point as well, it gives you that negotiating power.
Okay, so here is what the observation for the slide before would be. The new environment would be 21 rack units tall versus 66. So basically, smaller by 2/3 of the total. The storage would be way more than 100 times faster and also more reliable because I have changed a lot of hard disks. So I have had my data center technicians change a lot of hard disks over time. And the hard disk is a mechanical thing. And if you stress it too much, it will break. Hard disks do break at some point. And flash storage is by now at the point, everyone says flash storage, they have a limited number of write cycles. But in reality, in almost all environments, the flash storage devices are going to be outdated way before they actually die. You have faster networking. You have maybe roughly a quarter of the power and cooling cost. Also, escape the reliability concerns with the old hardware. So throw everything away. In the example, I would say the hardware is not really good for production use anymore. These servers can still make a reasonable staging cloud, and they can make a reasonable engineering, test, and development cloud that is not heavily loaded. But if you are throwing your full tilt production with hundreds of workloads and a lot of power consumption at this is not a place to keep that old hardware around.